My name is Adam Serrano, and I am a patient of Dr. Tim Flory here at Atlas Brain and Spine. Some of the issues that I had were I had really extreme headaches on the right side of my face. I had those for probably about 6 months before I actually found Dr. Flory. It was a real nuisance in my daily life. I couldn't continue going to school. It got in the way of work. It got in the way of my flight school. So it was a real nuisance. Well, during those 6 months before I found Dr. Flory, I had been dealing with those headaches, and I had visited probably like 2 or 3 different neurologists, did so many brain scans. They couldn't find anything wrong, and they basically kind of gave up. There was nothing else for them to look at, and all they were doing was prescribing medicine after medicine, and I was just putting all my trust in the doctors and hoping that one day, the pain would eventually go away after taking all these medications, but that wasn't the case. Well, I heard about NUCCA through a family member. My dad had been asking, the family for advice and if they know anybody that has gone through this type of issue. And it turns out that my dad's cousin had gone through this exact same issue. She was having a really severe head pain. So she was doing the same thing I was doing, go to different neurologists. She was actually traveling out of the country to see different kinds of doctors. And that didn't help her either. And so she just started studying online, and eventually she came across NUCCA and NUCCA treatment. So she eventually found this office, and she started the treatment here. And then when my dad had told her about my issue, she had recommended this place. So as soon as I found out about it, I had told my mother, and she had called to make an appointment, and she set everything up for me. And so I came, and I had really high expectations. I thought maybe this could be it. This could be the solution to my problem. Well, Atlas Brain and Spine has been treating me for about 5 to 6 months now, since July 2018. And so when I first started coming here, the process was to come 2 times a week to start the treatment, which is a little bit difficult situation for me since I live in Whittier, so it's a bit of a drive. But I was coming 2 times a week for the first 3 months, I believe. And after that, he was noticing that my corrections, my ALS was staying in place for the most part. So, he moved it to once a week, and I was doing once a week for about 2 months. And then recently, a couple weeks ago, he had changed it to once every 2 weeks now, because my corrections have been holding a lot longer now. So definitely been feeling the difference throughout these few months. I would say I'm probably more than 50% better. Feeling a lot better now. Well, my quality of life has been a lot different now. I have been able to focus more on school. I've been able to study a lot more. Work hasn't been an issue, it hasn't been getting in the way of work. Also, when this pain started in my head, I wasn't able to continue flight school. I've been able to continue the things that I wasn't able to do in the past when this pain first started. Well, I would definitely recommend Atlas Brain and Spine if, you're going through, some kind of head pains or neck pains that, no doctor has been able to give you an answer to. So, yes, I would definitely recommend it. Thank you, Atlas Brain and Spine, for the care and everything you guys have done for me.